All right, this is the Bull of MLM Network Marketing Warfare Podcast. I'm Dominick Izzo, and I am the Bull of MLM. The podcast we're talking about brings all the information that I think is essential for network marketing to build a successful business in this incredible industry. Today we're going to be talking about answering the question, which is explaining what the hell exactly is network marketing. We're going to get into that today, and if you haven't listened to any other podcasts, make sure you go back and do this too. I also have a YouTube channel, The Bull of MLM, Network Marketing Warfare, which talks all about, I have videos, I have whiteboard videos explaining the difference between brick and mortar and network marketing, cold market, warm market tactics, essential things that you need to understand about the business when it comes down to what it is. But what's the one thing that happens? Or let me back up for a second. I think the mindset has to be when you're going to be in this industry that you want to be the best in this industry. You want to be the legacy of this industry. There's several people, many people, more than I can count, who are, air quotes, better than me in this industry in their monetary gain and their team size. But to me, in my mind, I'm far better than them. And that's the mindset I have to have moving forward. Meaning, what good am I if I compare myself to somebody else and I don't have them as the enemy of my story, right? The protagonist, if you will, or no, the antagonist. They've got to be the antagonist of my story so that I need a challenge. This is for me, right? I need that enemy. I need that adversary, and I think that's the one thing that I do want to offer for people. I over the years, people are always like, oh, dude, your attitude and your intensity and this and that. And I came to the point of being, fuck it. If that's who I am, I'm harder than most. I'm more intense than anybody. I've been accused of just being always on, air quotes. You're always on. You're always in, we say in law enforcement, it's called, staying in yellow, right? You're not ready to go yet, but you're not red and you're not just off. You're ready to spring into action. So my view is, why not be that in everything that I do? Because I do want to be the best. I want my potential being maximized in any industry that I'm in. It doesn't matter if it's martial arts, doesn't matter if it's fitness, it doesn't matter if it's sales, doesn't matter anything I do. That's how I approach things. I don't like half-assing things. So if you're going to be in any industry, you want to be the person that when people walk into the room, they're like, hey, oh my God, that's so-and-so. And then the conversation is, this is the best person in the industry. You have to start by knowing what your industry is. So we need to talk about that for a second. When it comes to network marketing, one of the main objections you get, and it has probably the biggest impact on both the person you're talking to and you, is that I'd like to talk to you about my business. What do they say? Oh, is it that pyramid scam? And that is deer in headlights for a lot of people. And it was for me in the beginning because I didn't know how to respond to that. And I think you have to know exactly what your business is in order to respond to that. And then the ripple in the pond effect after you respond to it. Number one, if you tell somebody, I'd like you to see my business or whatever methodology you want to use, I'm very big on mine. I don't ask people. I tell them I want you to attend a presentation, or I'm going to show you a presentation, or we're going to have a phone call. I've done that in previous episodes where I talk about, leadership and authority and not asking people to view your stuff, but telling them, being a leader. The problem is when you go to people and say that and they respond back with a question you don't know how to answer to, a lot of times this is where you get yourself in trouble with them. Well, it's not really a pyramid scam and all this, and you start backpedaling. Your confidence goes away. And then you're going to be stuck in a position where people don't see you as the expert in the industry, which is what's essential. We need people to see us as the expert in this industry. It's just how we cannot create more passion, more progress, more perfection as we go, more purpose, if we are not experts in our fields. So when you do answer properly, you take back, the respect factor, and people are like, oh, well, you know what you're talking about and whatnot. So it's essential, I think, that you research more and more about network marketing so that you are well equipped to answer questions. Because remember, my view is I don't like the third-party calls. I think that people need to get away from the third-party calls. I think they're a crutch. The system is built on edification of the person who's your upline, right? So many of you know this. Hey, John, if I will you. That's the Ray Higdon methodology. And it works. I'm not saying it doesn't. Ray Higdon's net worth, I think, is like $40 million. So why wouldn't it work? It's just not my methodology. And again, I won't bash anyone, especially somebody who's made more wealth than I have, with what they do, but it didn't work for me. My persona wasn't, hey, John, if I send you a video, will you watch it? Especially after the rest of my persona aligned with authority. You know, people looked at my social media content, and what did they find there? Authority in law enforcement, authority in political views, authority in fitness, authority in teaching and martial arts, authority of this. But then inquisition or asking permission when it comes to my business. I would talk all about being command presence in law enforcement or teaching and martial arts, all this stuff. But then I would come to you and be like, hey, if I send you a video, will you what? It completely negated my persona of that leadership. So again, this is why I don't do the Ray Higdon method of if I will you or go for no. I don't like the go for no because that puts you automatically in a mental state of accepting rejection. You handle rejection when it comes to your way. But I don't see any point in having a mindset going into something, a battle that's already lost. You'd never tell a top-level elite Olympian, just go do your best. No, it's go fucking win it. Go win it. So we have to start there. The mindset is everything. You get mindset, your confidence, mindset, belief, all those things need to align. Well, how do you do that? You have to practice and practice and practice and practice. Again, if you're a boxer or you see boxing, right, and you're like, man, I think I can go do a boxing match, and you step into the ring after buying a pair of gloves, never have I ever trained, and you're, boxing a ranked contender, you're going to be extremely like, wow, intimidated, and you might be scared. The more you train, though, let's just say you go in, right? You go in, you get two methods. You go in fearless, you get your bell rung, you come back out. Now you go to the gym and you train. You jab 10,000 times at the bag. You do a combination 10,000 times. You do it over and over and over and over again. The more you get sparring matches, and you learn I can take a punch and I'm still fine. What happens? Your confidence goes up. What happens? The first time when you enter the ring with a contender and you have no training, you get your ass kicked. You're like, oh, this boxing doesn't work. You don't believe in it. But when you get trained and trained and you repeat the hours and hours and hours and hours. Oh, yeah, you believe in it. So the purpose is you need to believe. When your belief is backed up with conviction in what you do, your presentation and your skill set just becomes it's awesome. So that's why it's like I don't understand why people do this industry and they're only in it for like 2 weeks and I haven't made any money yet. Oh, how many calls did you make? 4? Are you kidding? Try 400. You got to get up there. So you have to look at this industry like it's anything else, right? This is your business. It's your profession. But getting back to what is network marketing, because it's one of the number one things that you're going to get is you're going to be going to people who do not have an entrepreneur mindset, and you're going to be doing the convincing and, I would just do this business with me. We're going to make so much money. Don't do that. You have to look professional. You want to be a perceived expert in this field. And of course, that comes with more training and education. You have to really love this craft and dive into it. But when it comes down to answering that question, what is network marketing? I don't think a lot of people will ask you, what is network marketing? I think the majority of the people will say, isn't it that pyramid scam? Either way, your response has to be one of professionalism, and it has to be you're taking the reins back. You're retaking the power when that happens, because somebody is looking to they're mocking you, they're discrediting you, they're not taking you seriously. I mean, you think about it. If you owned a Starbucks It's established. It's visual. It's a brick and mortar. Its logo is world known. If you said, hey, come to my Starbucks, is that one of those scam coffee shops? They're not going to say that. It doesn't happen that way. The network marketing industry, do not forget, in the 1980s and 1990s, a boatload of clowns flooded the industry. I worked for a very little time with a man who I had him on one three-way call with somebody, and I went, I will never do this again, where I got this person on the phone, and the guy above me was, hey, you don't want to make money? You don't want to make, you don't want to do this business? You don't want to do this business and you can make like $6,000 a year. You don't want to do that? What's wrong with you? I was like, I'm not kidding. That's exactly how he sounded. If you knew what his nickname was, that his self gave a nickname was, you'd be like, oh, that makes sense. And I watched him shame people into not getting into the industry. He did this video once on the like 5 different lenses of people who are your prospects, and he had 5 different pairs of glasses with their lenses. And he would put on like the pair of glasses that are broken. These are people with broken excuses. I can't do this, and my dog died, and this and that. And I after a while, I'm like, this is not the alignment I want. I don't tolerate excuses. People on my team know, they when they get in up front, it's, listen, I'm an asshole. I'm not very pleasant to work with. My job is to make you money. We are not friends. I don't tolerate excuses, but I won't mock you. You have excuses. I just don't give you my time. It's just how that is. But going into the industry, when people are asking, what is the industry? Network marketing is just marketing. That's all it is. When people say it's MLM and affiliate marketing, network marketing, multi-level marketing, I always say with network marketing for what I say it is, because it is. It's network marketing. And Patrick Bet David, I can't say this enough. If you really want to be solid in your belief in this industry, John Oliver did a horrible video which will make you doubt coming into this industry on his late show. Just type in John Oliver network marketing, should pop up, or John Oliver MLM. He and read the comments. If you've been in the industry, you're thinking about getting into network marketing, Google John Oliver on YouTube, network marketing MLM, and then read the comments and watch the video. You'll pull out. You'll be like, I can't believe I did this. This was a stupid decision. You'll have the biggest insecurities on the planet. If you want to move forward, then watch Patrick Bet David, BETDAVID, Patrick Bet David from Valuetainment. He did a video in response to John Oliver discussing what network marketing is. When I saw that video, I went, I'm fine. And this was, years and years and years ago when I got back into the industry after a little break, because I didn't like the clown show. Well, how do you make money in this business? You just talk to 2 people. Well, I make $275,000 a month. How'd you do it? I just talk to 2 people a day. What the fuck do you say to them? I just talk to 2 people a day. It blows me away, the nonsensicalness, and most people they're pressuring and bullying me in this industry. But I digress. I want professionalism. I want, when people say, what is network marketing, you to say it's just a system of marketing. What does that mean? Don't you recruit people? Don't you have to sell stuff? No, listen, yes. Network marketing has 2 avenues. The benefits for the company and the benefits for the brand partner, for the franchise owner, of which what I am. And I go into further explanation. For the company, network marketing is brilliant because usually the highest cost of any overhead in a business is advertising, right? In a brick and mortar business, you have to pay rent or mortgage for the property that you're operating out of, your electric bill, your heat bill, your phone bill, everything, insurance bill, inventory on location, all that stuff, your employees, right? And then you have to, and I do tremendous details into this video, or in this videos, if anybody's ever seen a presentation where I talk about the difference between opening up like a cheeseburger mom and pop, like if I open up my own versus opening up a McDonald's franchise. And that's the analogy I always give. It's on, you can find that any YouTube video I have up on the Bull of MLM on YouTube. But when it comes down to the company, again, how it's a benefit for the company is the company doesn't have to pay advertising and network marketing. So again, if you own a business, your transaction is based on product or service, you have to advertise people to find you, right? You're in a day and age. I don't care. You go open a coffee company or a t-shirt company. The marketing is saturated. Like, look at podcasts. 1 million podcasters out there. How are you different? What do you do to market? And I'm getting ahead of myself here a little bit. You advertise. You tell people, right? You use your social media. Well, as we're seeing on your social media, you have a limiting capability to advertise because what? Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, they know, the algorithms know that if you put up something that's going to advertise your business, they know keywords to look for, the content that you're putting up, and they limit your reach because they're like, we're not letting you do this. This is ad revenue for us. It's how these companies make their money, through ad revenues. In a normal business, when you advertise, flyers, mailers, radio advertisement, billboard advertisement, television advertisement, what? Radio commercials, television commercials. You're paying a boatload of money. I owned a gym for 3 years in Schaumburg, Illinois, as a daytime population of 1 million people. And I looked at flyers. Now, to put out flyers, like the mailers that you get in your mailbox, it's called foldable garbage. Because over the course of 7 weeks, you will only notice what I send you once a week for 7 weeks at the 6th or 7th week, right? How many of you go to the mail, pick up, you feel that piece of cardboard in your hands, it's 6x9 or whatever, you throw it right in the garbage because you're not looking for ABC lawn mowing or maintenance unit or company. But by the 7th week, you're like, oh, yeah, maybe give them a call. That's called foldable garbage. To do that in a 5-mile radius of my gym was $30,000. You hope to get a 1 to 3% return on investment. So break this down again when we're talking about the company, right? The company. So your Acme products and network marketing, we know that a majority of the network marketing companies are what? They're like health and wellness, they're beauty, cleaning products, they're everyday essentials. We know that network marketing is that. So if you are Acme Warehouse and you're in, I don't know, Chicago, Illinois, and you've got this product you need to get out, you have one of two ways of doing it. You can go, let's just say that I'm a supplement company in Chicago. I'm going to go to Walgreens because they're based out of Chicago. And I'm going to go to Walgreens and say, I've got this product. I'm going to put it on the shelf, and it costs me $10 to make it, which means I need to make a profit. So I'll charge $25 because don't forget, the profit doesn't go right in my pocket. It comes back into cost production, light bill, just everything that redefines my ability to run a business. And then Walgreens says, all right, well, we're going to charge you to put it up on the shelf. So we're charging $35 for it. And, we're taking X amount of dollars out of it. And maybe Walgreens just let it sit there. They're not going to advertise for you, but you got to advertise. So, now you're looking at Facebook ads, flyers, whatever. You're trying to get a 1 to 3% return on investment, right? And there's so many facets to this. All right, well, let's just say I'm still that Chicago company that's out here, and I got this product I want to get out, and it's health and wellness. Well, maybe I go to my friends and family, right? And I don't have now. I should back this up. Advertising you got to pay for up front. You want that 1 to 3% return on investment, you got to put up hundreds of thousands of dollars first in hopes to get 1%. Sometimes it's 1% maximum. Do you personally think that's worth it? It is if you have the capital and reserves to back that up. But when it comes down to mom and pop businesses, do they have that advertising cost? What do they rely on? You have this, I don't care. You've got this anti-aging cream that's going to take you from 5'3" to 5'9" overnight, and it's the greatest thing in the world, and you know it's going to sell like hotcakes. So what do? You go to your friends and family. Now what do? You got to convince them all about the product so that, hey, just, would you want to buy this? Now you're trying to sell them the product, right? Or maybe you try to get them to do a favor because it's hard work, because now you're operating the business. You're also trying to sell the product to make a profit. But what's more powerful? If you get 10 people in the room and you say, hey, I want you to all buy my product. Now, they're all your 10 customers. And if you say afterwards, but by the way, hey, would you tell other people about my product? Well, those people are your network, right? They're your friends and your family, people that you come across, people you talk to. And you're asking them to promote your content. If you've ever done that, I don't know, hey, come to my fitness show. I'm going to be playing guitar at the local whatever. You want to come watch my show? Or you go, hey, I'm acting in this, or whatever you've ever done. I'm doing an arts and craft thing. I'm giving a speech. Would you come and watch? Anytime you've ever asked someone to come to an event that you're hosting, you're network marketing. It's all it is. So there's the network marketing for the company is simply the removal of advertising costs that they don't pay up front. So if they have $100 product, the way that they look at it in network marketing, which makes sense, is, okay, it cost me $15 to make this product. I sell it for $100 because I have to make money. But when the person makes that transaction, then as the company, I give them a percentage of the transaction. So I'm paying for that advertising on the back end. It's a brilliant business model for capitalism. You create incentive by paying people more. And you hope that your true entrepreneurs see the value in it. Being like, okay, I can make $10, $15, $30 an hour. Cool. That's one and done. Or I can make $10, $15, $13,000 a month. Oh, I think I'm going to go for that. It's just a perception about whether or not you look at it, how you look at it. So solidifying the business and the company end, network marketing is simply the people that you are paying on the back end, because they're paying the back end, they're not paying up front for the advertising, because there's no guarantee you do it, right? The company I'm with is not going to say, Dominick, we're going to pay you $10,000 this month for you to go get sales. Well, they don't know what my efforts are. They're not going to be monitoring my social media like crazy. It's like, okay, we paid him 10 grand. He brought us 3 customers. Well, that's great for me. It's shitty for the company. But the company says, hey, listen, you bring in X amount of companies or customers. This is what that $10,000 turned into. I'm like, I want that $10,000. Holy shit. I'm going to start working my network for this. It costs the company no money because they're paying it out of the product transaction that's being done. So it is a brilliant business model for capitalism. So again, the one avenue for the company is when people say, oh, network marketing, isn't that pyramid? Isn't that the pyramid scam? No, network marketing is simply, it's third person word of mouth advertising that benefits the company that is producing, what we sell. And it saves them money. It's more cost efficient for the company by using people and their network than it is for advertising on traditional media. That's what that is. When it comes down to the person, oh, you're in that network marketing, the brand partner, the individual. I go through the same thing. I say, and actually, since I have the story, of being in the industry for so long, I say, yes, my criticism will always be, listen, because you get, you're in that pyramid scam. And I had it in the beginning, right? Oh, you got done with law enforcement, so you went in that pyramid scam. And I held my ground. I didn't match their energy, right? Because I'm going to tell you, too, there's certain things that I am not about. I'm not about matching people's energy. I know they teach you that psychology aspect. Somebody sits in front of you and folds their arms, and you fold your arms, or they laugh and you laugh. Honestly, fuck that. I'm not there to match your energy, because the danger is that I'm trying to manipulate you into becoming a transaction for me. And then down the road, you're going to have that subconscious expectation that I meet you, when ultimately I'm not looking to meet you. I'm looking to fucking create leaders and warriors in this industry. So yeah, you sit with your arms folded. I'm sitting with body language saying open, and that's saying I'm leading this conversation. I don't care. You laugh, I'll be dead straight in my face. I don't care about that. But people have gone, oh, you did network marketing. I said, yes, I had that view for a long time. I was ignorant too. I say that. I still say that. I was ignorant too once. Because I want to let people know you're a fucking moron because you sound stupid. And what I'm doing is I don't want you to be stupid anymore. And sometimes I've said this. Hey, listen, not for nothing. If you're open to hearing it, I want to tell you, A, why you sound stupid, and when I'm going to give you the information so you don't make this mistake again. And yeah, a lot of people get offended, but I don't care. This is my industry. This is my profession. I wouldn't let you come into my brick and mortar, shit on my floor, and disrespect me. So why am I letting you do that with this business? So when people do say that, and they're like, you're in that pyramid scam, I say, yes, I had that view too. I had that belief once too. I was not educated on the industry. Network marketing is simply third-person word of mouth advertising that we do for the company and get paid very well on the back end via the partnership I have with the company. And I take a step further. Most people view that, well, you got to recruit people, because that's always the follow-up. And I tell people, yes, it is a recruit business, but I flip the coin, because you can either recruit customers and try to turn them in to business owners, which in my experience is one of the most difficult things to do, because I've spent hours on the phone with people trying to convince them how great a product is, which is why I don't do product sales. And then say, hey, by the way, after I've worn them down and they become a customer, let me try this for 30 days. Then it's, by the way, there's a business opportunity to this. So I don't do it that way. When they say you have to recruit people, yes, I do. The recruiting process is opening up franchises in other people, just the same as I would if I owned a McDonald's. And if they don't ask, well, what does that mean? Then I lead into it. I'll say, do you understand the difference in that? Because the goal is you want to keep them engaged, right? Because if I just say, all right, well, network marketing, it's reverse advertising. You got to recruit. Yeah, I do have to recruit, and the recruiting process is to get people to go from an entrepreneur mindset to an entrepreneur mindset from a consumer mindset, and I leave it at that. Oh, okay, that's cool. Your conversation's dead. You have to ask questions. Do you understand the difference with that? And when people stop, and again, you have to remember, I am the bull of MLM. If you engage with me in a conversation, I'm going to run you over, especially when it's disrespectful. And most people are disrespectful when they're talking to you about this business. I think one of the key factors with network marketing is commanding respect in this industry. Too many people want to recruit everyone, and you don't have the right people in your business, and then people talk shit about it, and the cycle perpetuates. I want to be taken seriously in this industry. Oh, you got to recruit. I do. And I recruit business owners who become their own customers versus customers who you cannot turn into business owners. Do you understand that difference? Well, okay. Let me explain it to you. I know, and then when people go, well, no, listen, do me a favor. I do want to explain this to you because I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about. And honestly, I don't want to be an ass, but you brought this up, so I like this. And this is my passion, and I get a little confrontational over it because I like to fight, and you started to fight. But guys, remember, I do say all this stuff because it's my personality. I love this business. I love to fight. I love a challenge. I love just getting in the ring, right? And I'm not going to do that physically anymore because it hurts, but I like it mentally. And that's why this is the bull of MLM, network marketing warfare. You are getting people to change their minds about an industry that has one of the most horrible reputations in the history of capitalism. Because like clowns I know. Well, what do you mean you don't want to get rich? What do you mean you don't want $6 million in your first 2 months? So it's like, holy shit, dude. You have to come armed with knowledge to the fight. Because remember, every person you are engaged with, it's a fight. You're trying to get that, you're recruiting them. And you know you're going to meet resistance. Well, who the fuck wants to get involved with somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about in the industry? Right? If I'm like, so I teach a martial art called Wing Chun, Wingchun. Some of you have heard of it because there was this big series, the Ip Man. It's Ip M-A-N, I-P-M-A-N. Some of you say, what's this IP Man movie? It's been out. There's like 6 of them now. That made martial art that I do famous. And if people came up to you and said, what's this Wing Chun that you do? Well, you know, there's I throw punches and, you know, there's kind of contact made. There's fast hand movements. And you'd be like, okay, this shit. Whatever. What's Wing Chun? It's a killing and maiming art. Basically, you put your hands on me and your first lesson's for fucking free. I mean, there's a difference in how you deliver things. Language is so powerful, but also the context and the passion, the emotion, and what you put behind your language is key. So again, defining what network marketing is, go watch, go read. You have to be a sponge. You have to see, I mean, even go look at Dan Loke and his videos on network. Oh, why now? I think network marketing it's a joke. I don't like it. Network marketing does not work. Dude, you're the king of high ticket sales because you put on a velvet suit, got up on YouTube, and made people think that you're who you are. That's self-created marketing. He's a fucking genius. Dan Loke did nothing special. He's a salesman. So again, when you're looking at this, you have to explain what network marketing is. You have to be able to. So when people ask you, you're in that pyramid scam, you have 2 aspects. Hey, I appreciate your view on that. You know, network marketing does have that horrible reputation. I used to think the same thing. But network marketing is simply, it's the most powerful source of wealth creation and capitalism there is. Well, what do you mean? Well, for the company itself, it's reverse advertising. They spend no dollars investing up front on the advertising. And that's one of the single most costly overheads in business. When it comes on to us, the individuals, the brand partners for network marketing, we're opening franchises and people. We are not taking customers and trying to convert them into business owners because that methodology does not have a sustainable track record. What we are doing is creating business owners who leverage the tax laws, who leverage the community, who leverage the product. They become their own customers. They see the value in that. They perpetuate that with their team help that we support, and we operate under the philosophy of a rising tide lifts all boats. Guys, I don't care what you say. It's how you say it. It's how you say it. So even in the beginning, here's the simplest thing, right? If somebody says, oh, you're in one of those pyramid scams, and you don't know how to respond to it, respond with confidence. You know what? I appreciate that. It does have a horrible view. I heard the same thing. Listen, I want to send you some information to show you the network marketing, although it does have that reputation, it's not the pyramid scam that you think it is. And I want you to watch it. Start there. If you can't articulate what the industry is yet, start there. Don't say, oh, it's a pyramid scam. I understand, you know what, the industry does have that connotation, has a bad reputation. Hey, I'd like to send you some videos. Will you watch it if I show you what network marketing is and how it's not a scam? You already know. I don't go for that asking crap. Confidence is so key. How do you get confidence? You have to believe. You have to be convicted in what you're doing. Well, how do you get convicted? How do you establish belief? You have to educate yourself. It's very simple. Any craft you do, you want to learn how to cook. You go burn your steak the first time you make a steak. Well, this cooking doesn't work. Well, did it not work, or did you just not get educated on how to cook a steak properly? Education is everything. And that's really the point of this podcast series. I want to deliver this to you. So network marketing, it is simply reverse advertising when people ask, and you can start there. And then that pyramid scam, now I appreciate how you can look at that. You know, most people have this ignorant point of view. You know, I always like to throw in the backhand compliment on that one. Network marketing is simply reverse advertising for a company. That's all it is. What does that mean? If they don't ask that question, Network marketing is simply reverse advertising for a company. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand the difference? When you start to ask questions too, what are you doing? You're making yourself look like the perceived expert, and you're making somebody else sound stupid. Do you understand, guys, why this is the importance, why I don't like to do third-person edification or calls? If you're look at it this way. Can you, and I don't know what your views are, but I know what my views are. If you're listening to this podcast and you're like, all right, I want to get involved with Izzo, and you reach out to contact me, which is either 708-982-0974 or bullofmlm@gmail.com, and you call me up after listening to all the information I put out, and I say, hey, yeah, it's awesome, great. Hey, let's get so-and-so on the phone. And then I do the traditional, I introduce, hey, Dave, this is Susie. Susie called me, and then I push that mute button. I let Dave do all the talking. That's what network marketing is. It doesn't, for me, it never worked. I think I got 4 recruits in the last 4 years when I did a third party call. Every single person else was all mine. I made the decision one day. My uplines, I didn't like his energy because he was tired. He was out. It was like, all right, you're getting another person on. I was responsible for my own energy, and that's a different conversation. But why are we not taking ownership and responsibility of our own business? Simply because you don't believe in it. You're not convicted in it. People don't see you as an expert. So you have to get educated on this. So in completion, network marketing is simply reverse advertising for a company that benefits both the company itself and the franchise owners who are involved with it on 2 different levels that are extremely lucrative. And go into that. All right, guys, this is the Bull of MLM Network Marketing Warfare. Stick around, we have more episodes coming up. If you have not heard the previous episodes, you can go listen to them on any podcast platform, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. We want to bring to you as much information as possible on this industry so that you will build a great career, a great team, a great financial asset for yourself and your family and your future. Hope you guys enjoy this. I'm Dominick Izzo. I am the Bull of MLM, and I'll see you on the next podcast.